The Biden systemic racism speech continues to be debated just a bit, caused a little bit of a stir in Washington and across America. A lot of people didn't realize that we had racism built into our system. Huh. So that's left a stain, of course, on America.
There's systemic racism is a stain on our nation's soul.
This is stain.
He's good.
On our soul.
There's systemic racism is a stain on our nation's soul.
Okay.
Good to slow that one down.
You know, some have noted that maybe it's just a tad disingenuous and hypocritical for a man who eulogized the grand wizard of the KKK, Robert Byrd, at his funeral, to be casting aspersions at this nation and the American people. Well, when they've noted that, they've been fact-checked because Joe Biden did not eulogize the grand wizard of the KKK.
No?
Yeah, so it's false, of course. As if his title in the KKK is the important element of the story.
I love that.
Robert Byrd, right, was not the grand wizard.
No.
He was the grand cyclops.
Get it right. I mean, if you don't know the difference between
idiots,
a grand wizard and a grand cyclops,
then you don't deserve to make the observation.
Right. You shouldn't just even open your mouth.
You shouldn't even talk.
Mm-hmm. I appreciate you pointing that out because that really bugs me.
It bothers the heck out of me. So the grand wizard, I think, in the KKK is the actual leader. He was just a local leader. He was like a recruiter in the KKK.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So don't sully the good name of Robert Byrd. He was only responsible for getting more racists into the Klan.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Gotcha. It's not like he was in charge of it.
Led the Klan, told them where to go and what to do. He didn't do that. He was also, according to Joe Biden himself, at the funeral, Joe Biden's mentor and his friend. Now that's probably the truest thing.
Wow.
That Joe Biden has ever said, because I think he learned his lessons from Robert Byrd very well. Mm-hmm. Very well indeed.
The other portion is a lot of people don't know how to register. Not everybody in the community,
because they're too
in the
stupid.
Hispanic and the African American community, particularly in rural areas that are distant and or inner city districts, know how to use or know how to get online to determine how to get in line for that.
They don't know how to get in line?
They can't get in line
at the Walgreens or at the particular store.
Wait, did he say that?
Not only can they not get online, they can't get in line.
Wait, so
I think we missed that the first time around.
He literally said that. They don't know how to get in line. Yeah, it's back there, buddy. Really, they don't know that?
No, I don't know how to do that. What do you mean?
Okay, look,
what's
man,
back there?
Are you?
I don't
know
understand.
The people that Joe Biden talks about. It's back there. You get behind the last person. Huh?
Yeah. And the mentorship didn't end there. No. He also learned some other things.
So if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
In Delaware, the largest growth in population is Indian Americans moving from India. You cannot go to a 7-Eleven or a Dunkin' Donuts unless you have a slight Indian accent. I'm not joking.
He's not joking.
He's not joking.
He's not joking. I really learned this stuff from Robert Byrd. I'm not joking. It's not a joke.
And by the way, what you all know, but most people don't know, unlike the African American community, with notable exceptions, the Latino community is an incredibly diverse community.
Right, but not the blacks.
With incredibly different attitudes about different things.
The blacks all think alike, right?
You got the first sort of mainstream African American who is articulate and bright and clean and nice looking guy. That's a storybook, man.
It's a storybook, man. It's a storybook.
Uh-huh.
But keep in mind, this is a racist country with systemic racism.
Systemic racism is a stain on our nation's soul.
It's a stain. It's so great. And Speaking of which, 50 years in office for this guy. And you haven't done anything about this systemic racism? 50 freaking years. You haven't rooted any of it out yet. That's amazing. That's amazing. Man. And by the way, as they're celebrating this verdict all over the country, as we mentioned yesterday, they continue to accuse America of systemic racism. Then how the hell did you get this verdict that you're celebrating? Pretty amazing. I mean, start to finish. I just can't quite get my head around it. Around the left and their double standards and their hypocrisy and their lies. But some truth there from Joe Biden back in 2010 at Robert Byrd's funeral when he said the guy was his mentor. Yeah, I think that's probably true. Sure seems like it.